Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. And today I kind of just wanted to turn my brain off a little. So I wanted to play some Lurk. Honestly, I didn't have a lot of time today, so I wanted to pick a deck that was really quick to play games with. And we ended up picking Lurk. But surprisingly, some of the games with Lurk that we recorded today ended up going the distance. Like, I'm so used to me just playing Lurk and just bashing the opponent's head in, but today was a little bit different. So if you want to find some interesting games of Lurk, then make sure you check out today's video. Now, the Lurk list is pretty straightforward. There's not a lot more that you can really play with Lurk in Standard. There are some cards that obviously are no longer in Standard, like Jolfish, that we really miss Jolfish. But aside from that, everything else is pretty straightforward. Just predicts and lurks, and that's all you need. So hope you enjoy the games coming up soon, and if you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. Enjoy the games. In this matchup, we're going against Fizz and Samira, and I like this matchup because the aggressiveness is going to put them in a lot of pressure. Now, the problem in this matchup is that they can definitely have enough stuns, I guess, right, to be able to actually kill us. I'm gonna keep the Forsaken Baka in the pack. The reason is because some versions of Fizz Samira are playing Parley, right? So if I predict here like a Rek'Sai or a Pyke, I want to be able to bounce it back into my hand, right? We don't get either. How crazy is it for us to skip here? How crazy would that skip be? You know, I'm gonna keep the Blood Bay. I actually don't mind having that Snapshot. We'll go here. Now, the opponent can have Samira here, I suppose. But they can't challenge, right? They have to spend a spell here to be able to get the elusive for the Fizz. And if they play Samira, they're not able to challenge. Okay, so they're going to go for the stylish shot. Alright, cool. So we're going to just put this hammers now right on that Fizz. Play the Cersei collar. And have a way to be able to actually kill that Fizz without trading. The Swindle gives you useless stuff, right? Like, none of this stuff is good for you, my friend. None of this stuff is good for you. How crazy is it for us to just go and get this Pyke, right? Like, if we go like this is fine, right? We'll get the Pyke. We kill the Fizz. And we can even play like the Blood Bay if we wanted to put more pressure. I want to still, because we already have a Snapjaw, I don't think I need to play this Blood Bay. I think I'd rather just get the Snapjaw Swarm. Right? So I think I'd rather do actually get the Snapjaw Swarm. Opponent gets a second Fizz, unfortunately, which is the big punish for us. Well, not really punish per se, but just really annoying for us to have to deal with. We can go Forsaken Baka into Snapjaw. So let's see. Opponent pick the Forsaken Baka. We can go Forsaken Baka into Snapjaw. The opponent does have a blocker for the Snapjaw, unfortunately. But this also lets me go for the Death from Below if the opponent places a Samira here. So let's go here first. We got a Rek'Sai. So we can actually go Snapjaw, Blood Bay, and get Rek'Sai triggered twice.
Don't ask for permission or forgiveness.
The question is, do I wanna like what if it's worth it to just kill Samira? I don't think it can be worth it, right? I think it has to always be worth it to just put as much damage as possible and just try to level up this Rek'Sai. The opponent could have access to... The opponent could have access to the... Wow, this is hard. This is hard. We can go like this, right? So we can go like this. We can Snapjaw, hit that Rek'Sai, play Blood Bay, go for another Snapjaw to begin the turn, right? We go for a second Snapjaw to begin the turn, giving me another Rek'Sai trigger on the top. And we still have access to the Death from Below if the opponent plays a Shelly. And if the opponent is not blocking the Snapshot, they're taking 6 damage. And this Pyke is about to pretty much level up as well if I can hit twice. And we'll have big overwhelms that the opponent's gonna have to watch out for. So I think this ends up being better. Like, we ended up taking more damage last turn, but this ends up being better for us because we're able to trigger the Rek'Sai twice, right? So like, opponent can try to block if they want to, and they actually will. Cool. And we kind of go like this. Father Fury. So now we go Death from Below. Kill that Father Fury, and this Pyke is gonna be leveling up because the Pyke is gonna be, well, I guess it's not gonna be leveled up, it's gonna be close though. It's gonna be 1 up from level up. Yeah, it's gonna be 1 up from the level up because we cannot get to 8. Stun. If they use the stun now, it's less stuns for my Rek'Sai later, right? So I'm okay with the stun right here, and I think opponent has a choice. Like, if they stun here, you don't have the stun for the Rek'Sai later. So I can tell you for a fact that that's a pirouette, right? They decide to go 1 damage. I guess I'll go here then, just push 2. That 2 damage actually matters, by the way, in my opinion. Because that's 2 damage that you're not going to be able to deal with next time. We can go Doombreaker and just have a big overwhelm. Opponent just play 1 pirouette, right? So the chances of them having a second pirouette might be kind of low. They could have gotten... So this is going to be 3, 4... Can they burn us out is my question. So, Shelly? Alright, so we just go like this. I don't think they can burn us out here. So, 3, 4, that's 7. You get the stylish shot back, that's 8. 9, we go down to 3. So we're gonna go down to 3. Okay, well, now they can burn us out, right? Because now they get access to the stylish shot right back. So the stylish shot and another spell gets them there. So the stylish shot plus another spell can potentially get them there, right? We just have to go for the Rek'Sai, and if the opponent has the burn, like if they have a warning shot, a second pirouette, we lose the game. So warning shot, second pirouette. If they have the warning shot, they can just finish here. So we're guessing that it's just gonna be a pirouette that we need to watch out for. I'm gonna go for it. If you have the pirouette, you have the pirouette. Can't stop it, right? If they have the pirouette, they can stun the Rek'Sai anyways. They cannot deal with the double overwhelm. As well with the Pyke being able to push damage, because the opponent has to block the Pyke. Alright, so I need to attack. I need to attack because the opponent could have gotten a stylish shot from this, right? So I do need to be able to attack just to play around the stylish shot. Opponent has to block the Pyke, which lets the Pyke level up and be able to kill their whole board. And then the overwhelms can get through without any blockers to worry about. So there's multiple things that the opponent could have gotten from that Burblefish. They could have gotten the 1-mana stun. They could have gotten the stylish shot, right? So I need to just attack and go for it. And there we go. GG's. Got a little bit lucky there at the end that the opponent didn't find the last piece of burn, but sometimes better lucky than not. So in this matchup, we're going against Jinx and Ekko. So we just need to kind of like beat them down before they get bigger than us. I hate this because I don't have a 1-drop, but this hand looks so good, right? Like, this hand looks so good, but I don't have a 1-drop. I think because we're going turn 1, we need to have a 1-drop. The hand is literally almost the same, but worse. Like, what am I supposed to do about this? Okay, we end up getting the 1-drop at least. My goodness, like, this hand was ridiculous. Yeah, so we'll throw with the Bakai. We go Sursa Collar. That would have been so sad if we hard mulligan and don't get any of our 9 1-drops. We go here. Hey, we hit the Lurk. That's not bad. Wasn't Rek'Sai or Pyke though, which is fine. We have 2 of them in our hands, so there's less chances of us hitting there. Chronomancer. If we get Pyke, that's the best, right? Because we can pop the Ekko before he gets a trigger off. If we don't get the Pyke, that could be annoying.
When we look ahead, we know how to prepare.
I'm down to play the Pyke on turn 4, just straight up.
I turn it like
Yeah,
so.
you do your thing here. Whatever. We'll go Cersei Collar. It's not a bad draw. Do I care about Blood Bay? What if we just skip? You know what? I'm feeling risky. I'm feeling risky. I'm feeling risky. If we miss this Lurk, we miss this Lurk. I'm risking it. Yeah, yeah. There's only 6 cards that we have that are non-Lurk cards, right? Alright, we didn't miss it. We didn't hit the Pyke or the Rek'Sai anyways, but maybe we can get something better than the options that were presented to us. Opponent has leveled up Ekko now, right? So I don't think it matters what happens next. We can go for the hammers now to be able to kill the Ekko with the quick attack, but it's so likely for that to lose to like a quicksand or something like that, and then we lose the Pyke. Yeah, so we go here. As long as I can keep trading, though, I don't think I lose even to the Ekko, because the way that this deck wins is through Voice of the Risen. So if I'm able to keep trading, I should be okay. Yeah, so the opponent goes for the Ekko. Opponent goes for Ekko.
I love it when things converge like that.
We can go Pyke.
Never had luck, never needed. There's
So we can go Pyke. Opponent doesn't attack. They just attack with the Ekko. I let them do whatever they want, right? I let them push the damage to the Ekko. I am scared of Quicksand and Scrying Sands, removing my Pyke low enough so that I'm not able to kill that Ekko. What we can do is instead we can attack with the Rek'Sai to pull the Ekko, but then I'm giving him... If you attack like this, I will sacrifice this. Yeah, I don't care about that. It makes your Chrono Break a little bit weaker if you have less units. I'm trying to think.
all coming back to me now.
Because it's so easy for them to have Chrono Breaks, right? Let's go Cersei Collar. We don't get it. Let's spin the wheel. Let's spin the wheel again. I have to risk it. I have to risk it. If they get the Chrono Break, they get the Chrono Break. I have to pull with the Cersei Collar so that I play around the Scrying Sands, right? So if I pull with the Cersei Collar, it's only gonna be... Yeah, it's only gonna be Quicksand that beats us here. There's also... Remember when I said skip? Remember when I said skip? This is why skip is good. Alright, you get another Chrono Break, right? Again, I just wanted to play around the Scrying Sands, right? So I couldn't pull with the Pyke. You have no Chrono Break. What? You decided to... Why not save Ekko? Why not save Ekko instead? Is the Pyke really that scary? Remember, I can't believe we took the gamble twice this game. Like, we skipped the predict twice, and we actually got rewarded for skipping the predict. I'm also confused. Okay, you have a Mystic, obviously. Yes, so you have a Mystic, obviously. So you're gonna try to Mystic, and you think your Pyke problems are over? The problem is that there's a second Pyke in your horizon. So...
Things aren't gonna improve.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, you can't stop this Pyke, huh? Yeah. Sorry, my friend. I'm gonna do it now. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it now. We can go Rek'Sai next turn. We can go Hammer Snout this turn.
With the power of time,
Yeah, we'll go like this. We'll go Rek'Sai. We can pull this with the Rek'Sai. Doesn't need to be with the Pyke. We'll have access to Blood in the Water. So this is the cool combo here, right? Because we can have Rek'Sai and then Blood in the Water to level up this Pyke. So we can go pull. Do some shenanigans here. Be in a good spot. Wow, okay.
from Piltover one more time.
Let's let them have it. If they have access to the Chrono Break, I'm gonna let them have it. I guess let's just go here and let's just go like this. That forces the opponent to have to block this Rek'Sai. Right? So they can block whichever way they want, and they're gonna probably try to look for the Chrono Break if they don't already have it. The problem is that this Pyke is gonna level up because it's gonna go to 10 here. I guess if the opponent doesn't block, they're gonna be okay. Alright. Do we actually go for it this turn? Okay, absolutely, right? So now the opponent just gave it to us, right? So now we can go ahead and just go Blood in the Water.
We're sure to save Ekathia.
And the Blood in the Water levels up our Pyke. Forces the opponent to have to block with the Chronomancer. So they're gonna have to block the Rek'Sai with the Chronomancer. They don't die yet, right? They can keep their Ekko alive. So they're still in a good spot. But we will have another Rek'Sai, and I don't think they can kill us next turn. Even if they find Jinx. Because what we could do is that we can go for the Blood Bait. And that's gonna force the opponent to have a blocker. Yeah, like you don't block the Pyke, you block the Rek'Sai. So you don't block the Pyke, you block the Rek'Sai.
Listen to me.
And then you stay alive at 4. So you stay alive at 4, you keep your Ekko alive, you push 5, you do your thing, yada yada yada. The only thing that scared me about playing this Snapshot is that I might actually... Like, I think I actually want to see the unit that I get. I don't think I want to play the Snapshot, because I think I want to see if I get another unit to be able to defend with. I guess we have the Rek'Sai, so we could have defended with the Rek'Sai. If the opponent has the Boast of the Risen plus into Chrono Break, we're in trouble. Otherwise, we're fine. So, Voice of the Risen into Chrono Break. But the opponent needs to rally right now, right? They need to have Chrono Break to be able to kill us. So, a single Chrono Break is no longer enough. They need to find both Chrono Breaks. I do kind of need to play around the opponent having access to Quicksand again. We saw them use one, but a second one could be problematic. So if the opponent gets Chrono Break here, they get to push another 7 damage, sorry, which means that they could actually kill us with a follow Mystic, right? So Chrono Break into Mystic gets them there.
Take your time. I know where this harpoon's going.
They have to block the Pyke, right? Which causes them to lose their boar. So Chrono Break here, and then you Mystic, and you're fine. Yeah, you always Chrono Break here, and then you Mystic. That's what I thought. So we can beat the Mystic by going for the Doombreaker.
I do my own stunts.
So... Do we block with the Doombreaker or do we block with the Pyke? We lose to a single Quicksand no matter what, right? If the opponent has a Quicksand, they can stop both Overwhelms. So if they have a single Quicksand, they can stop both Overwhelms anyways. So I think I like the Pyke and forcing the opponent to have to have the second Chrono Break right now to bring their units back to the field. The problem is that they're losing to this Rek'Sai. Scrying Sands to stop the Rek'Sai from leveling up. So now if we don't find an Overwhelm here, you still need to have exactly a Chrono Break in your hand. Like if the opponent doesn't have a Chrono Break in their hand, they're in a lot of trouble. And we end up getting the Overwhelm anyway, so they're gonna just die anyways. So now they need to have a Quicksand and a Chrono Break at your sack 2 cards. If it's not exactly those, you lose anyways, because the Pyke needs to be blocked, which is causing your whole board to die. So once your whole board dies, the only way that you survive is to have a Chrono Break to bring them all back. But now because we have this, you have to have Quicksand and Chrono Break exactly. So we put Pyke on the left because the Pyke has to attack first, filling their whole board, and this is lethal here. Okay, it's not a Chrono Break. We know it's not a Chrono Break because they wouldn't be able to put it on the stack. Did they have the Mystics? So I guess it's a good thing we get rid of the... Yeah, they had the Mystics. They had the Mystics to kill the Pyke. So if we took that extra 5 last time, they could have just killed us with Mystic. That's why we had to block with the Doombreaker. Looking back, it probably was correct to just block with the Pyke, right? Instead of blocking with the Doombreaker. And keep the Doombreaker as an Overwhelm threat. My concern was that a Quicksand can stop both Overwhelms, right? And we didn't know that we were going to get another Overwhelm next turn through the Rek'Sai trigger. So I still think it was correct to do it the way that I did it, but it could have definitely gone either way. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Vayne Aatrox. So Dressar. We don't have the attack token on 1, unfortunately. We do have the attack token on 2, so I don't hate this. I don't actually dislike the Call the Pack. I don't dislike the Call the Pack to potentially get like double the value from Rek'Sai. The double Chronomancer is a little bit awkward because the Chronomancer dies to the Broadwind. But I guess I'm down to just take that damage. I'm down to just take that trade. Sorry. We could always go Forsaken Baka here. Right, so if we go Forsaken Baka here, we can go Chronomancer. I'm gonna go Chronomancer first.
In this timeline,
Before we can try to put the Rek'Sai down. We attack here. We have to call the pack. I mean, I'm hitting with both. You want to block it? Be my guess. Yeah, if you want to block, be my guess. You don't want to block because they want to keep the Broadwind healthy. Completely understandable. So we can get to 7, 8. Opponent I guess they could have a way to deal with Rek'Sai. It doesn't matter. We're always gonna go for this Call the Pack, right, on the Rek'Sai. So I don't think it matters. I guess we can get something nicer, right? We can go Chronomancer here and potentially get something that we can play, right? So we can go Chronomancer. That's the Pyke. Maybe the Pyke is better. Maybe the Pyke is better. Maybe the Pyke is better than Rek'Sai. Wow. Wow. That's a question. If I ever seen one. We can keep the Pyke because we know we have double Rek'Sai, right? So we can always bounce the Pyke back to the top of our deck with the second Call the Pack. So we can always bounce it back to the top of the deck with the second Call the Pack. So we can go here. Put this Rek'Sai back to the top, right? We'll go ahead and play this Shark lane. Or do we just open? I guess we can just open, right? Yeah, let's just open here. We'll have this Shark lane on the field later. Next turn we'll play the Under Titan. Next turn we'll play the Under Titan, and then on the turn after we can play Rek'Sai down. Yeah, so we'll go like this. I guess technically I could have played this and be okay. I just didn't want to have to like deal with the opponent having removal for this Shark lane just yet. So we can go Under Titan, and that's a big sit-sits that the opponent has to watch out for. Then we can play Rek'Sai out and allow me to be able to put the Pyke on the top of our deck. Now, the Rek'Sai will not level up, unfortunately, right? Unless we get a third Rek'Sai. I guess if we get a third Rek'Sai, we can actually bring back the Rek'Sai to the top of the deck and be okay. Or we can also, like... So it has to be only third Rek'Sai for us to really get value there. Because Rek'Sai can only... No matter what, this card is going to get to 9, right? This card is going to get to 9. Sure. The opponent probably has the Scout, and then they're going to tumble, do the Scout shenanigans, whatever. Let's go here. I'm going to show you that I don't have Pyke, right? So they're going to have their quick attack or whatever. Yeah, they're going to tumble. They're going to tumble. They're going to get their Scout. I don't care what they do here. Yeah. We know exactly what you're gonna do. Oh, blood letters? Okay, cool. So I just get to block this one here. So it wasn't the quick attack, it was just the blood letters? Sure. I'll give you the dark control. I'll give you the dark control, knowing that next time we're gonna play Rek'Sai and send the Pyke back to the top of our deck. The Pyke is gonna be at 7, so you can literally kill even an Aatrox. And then you're going to have to deal with this big overwhelm that's going to be at 8. If you have a form up or something, I guess you could go form up and then be able to pull this Under Titan. You have to have form up plus catch for me to really be worried. I think I'm in a really good spot, right? I'm in a really good spot. I have 3 champions in my hand. If you play the Strike with Condemn, I'm also okay with this, right? So double Condemn right now. They're trying to get the Aatrox World Ender as cheap as possible, is my guess. Except that it doesn't matter how cheap you get it. It doesn't matter how cheap you get your World Ender, because I can always kill that. That Aatrox. Like, opponent just used 2 more Banes, right? Opponent just used double Condemn. I know they have nothing in their hand that I really care about. They can level up the Bane, but as long as we have this Pyke, the Bane is not gonna matter. You won't be able to kill this Rek'Sai, and you're gonna have to block it. Remember when we said all we needed was the third Rek'Sai? Wow. Wow. Here's the question. Do we actually go for Rek'Sai, or do we just continue with the Pyke game plan? Right? Because, like, I will be able to just play this this Doombreaker next turn and still have 4 mana for the Death from Below. And the opponent won't be able to do anything about it. If he goes for this, I will sacrifice it. So I will sacrifice it. I'm forcing to actually have the answer here. I will give you the Rek'Sai, because I know I can just play a second one. Let's go like this. Let's just get our Pyke. The Pyke makes me feel super safe. There's nothing that he has that can scare me. Next turn we have enough to play the Doombreaker plus the Pyke, right? So next turn we have enough to play the Doombreaker plus the Pyke, and that's why I'm completely okay with this. Because no matter what they play, we have enough blockers that we don't care about anything they do. That's also why I didn't play out the Hammer Snout, because I don't need to. Right? I don't need to play the Hammer Snout out, because I know that I'll have access to the Doombreaker plus Death from Below this turn. And there's absolutely nothing that he can do with 3 HP against double Overwhelm and a Pyke next turn. And they also don't have any blockers. Even if they had killed the Rek'Sai last turn with the Bane block, we had another Rek'Sai, so we could have still done the same thing, right? We still could have put the Rek'Sai. We just wouldn't have enough mana for Doombreaker this turn, which is fine because we could just play the Cersei Collar and the Hammer Sphinx now, right? Sure. I'm not gonna play this Death from Below. There's no need to. There's absolutely no need to for us to do it. Like, at this point, with 4 mana, we just chill, and the opponent can never do anything about this Death from Below. Alright. Let's just go ahead and kill it. So that's their fish fight. That's their fish fight, and that's the game next turn, right? Opponent loses their only blocker, and we have 2 units in the field, and we could play Rek'Sai, and that would be the game. So, we kind of high roll Drizzle there, but that's what Lurk does, so GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Varus and Jax, so Infinity Patrons. If we just put a lot of pressure, how can they get to us? I'm actually gonna keep this whole hand. Yeah, I'm actually gonna keep this whole hand. I like the Call the Pack to put the Pyke back into the top of our deck, or we can just put the Rek'Sai back if we so choose. We go Chronomancer, try to predict. We go. I guess if we get the Snapjaw, that's the best thing we can ask for, right? If we get the Snapjaw from the predict and the Chronomancer, we can bounce back the Rek'Sai to the top of our deck and then be able to play that Snapjaw. Or we can just get a second Rek'Sai. That's also cool. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Let's go here. I don't know that I actually need to have the predict from this Cersei Collar, but I guess it doesn't hurt to have it just in case. We can go Hammer Fist now. The problem is that I kind of want to save this Hammer Fist now for like something actually important. So maybe we actually go ahead and do this and just have the predict right now. That's that Snapjaw that we've been talking about. What if we actually go for a second Pyke? How crazy is keeping a second Pyke? I don't hate the Bone Skewer. I actually do not hate the Bone Skewer whatsoever, right? So we can go like this. Pull this one. Go Call the Pack into Pyke.
A greater power lurks beyond darkness.
Or we can just go Call the Pack into Rek'Sai. Now let's go like this. Let's go like this. Let's get that Pyke on the top of our deck. It's a little bit weird because we only have triggered Lurk 3 times. We will have the Snapjaw, so that's always good. We'll let the opponent trade if they so choose. Like if they want to trade here, that's fine. They could probably save this one if they want to, and then push damage that way. Yeah. So they're gonna save it here, right? They're gonna save it here. We'll go ahead for the Snapjaw. We know we have a Pyke on the top of our deck, so we're able to kind of kill one of their units if we need to. So now we're able to play that Death from Below and still have access to the Bone Skewer, and that's kind of what I wanted to have, right? So if the opponent plays, yeah, so we'll go like this. Opponent cannot really do anything here. Like if the opponent taps out of the spell shield, we can just go Death from Below. So the opponent is not allowed to play any other card here without tapping on that without tapping on that spell shield, right? I will let this hit, and I will do it afterwards, and I'll eat up the spell shield right now. I didn't want to take that extra damage because it's very obvious that the opponent has spell shield here, right? Well, okay, it wasn't spell shield. Wait, yeah, it wasn't the spell shield. It was momentous choice. It's still, it saved me that extra damage, right? So that's better than nothing. Here we can go Rek'Sai and have access to the Bone Skewer. And I guess the only thing that stops me here from... there's a couple things that kill me. There's a couple things that kill me here, right? Like if the opponent could have a fish fight, that could be a problem. The Shadow Thing gives him a blocker. The fish fight is a problem, but we can just bounce back. Alright, we'll go for it. What if we just... I'm still thinking that it's better for me to actually have this Bone Skewer than it is for me to do anything else. So I think it's correct for me to have this Bone Skewer than have anything else, right? Because the opponent still has to always keep the mana for... You know what? I'm gonna... If you have it, you have it, right? So if they have it, I'll let them have it. If they have it, I'm losing... Because I don't want to play around... I'm gonna say they don't have it right now. I don't want to play around the Spell Shield next turn. I don't want to give them another draw. They didn't use the Spell Shield last turn, which makes sense. I think the Momentous Choice was a better play. But I don't want to give them the time to be able to kind of get back where they need to be, right? So we'll let the Pyke go to the top of our deck. We can play the Doombreaker next turn. We lose the Rek'Sai. We have another Rek'Sai in the top of our in our hand though. So we can go Bone Skewer, we can go Pyke. Yeah, okay. Because I figure that the opponent probably has some draw as well. Like I played this deck a lot, the one that Infinity Patches is playing. It's very obvious that they could easily have access to some draw. The question here, can we die here? So this is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We could actually die here, right? So we could actually die here if the opponent has Momentous Choice plus the gem. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let's play a Doombreaker. I don't want to die. Now, this Doombreaker is vulnerable to the challenge, but I think I'd rather lose to the challenge than die to, like... Okay. So now we don't have to do anything. We just press OK. So even better, we just press OK. We just don't have to do anything here. So now what we can do is that we can go Rek'Sai, and the opponent's going to be forced to have to deal with this Rek'Sai. Like, they have to have access to a freeze to be able to freeze this Rek'Sai, right? They could have access to the fish fight here, but then that means that they now have a way to deal with the Pyke. If he has the Unforgiving Call, there's no reason for him not to do it beforehand, right? Wow, that's so tempting. If he has the Unforgiving Call, and he does it after my attack, I lose my whole board. You got a fish fight, they can kill the Rek'Sai. Let's go for it this way. Let's see whatever units we get from Rek'Sai. I guess if they have the Furious Will there, they can kill my other Overwhelm.
I know what we are.
If they're giving me the barras, like this has to be a... Okay, they don't have that. So, I think we got lucky. Honestly, we got really lucky because they could have had Unforgiving Cold, they could have had Furious Will there, right? Either one would have saved the opponent. I don't think we can play around it. I think we just don't respect that and just go for it. So, GG's. In this match, we're going against Nidalee. So, the Avenging Bastaya makes... The Avenging Bastaya makes the Pikes a little bit awkward. I gotta mulligan both cards. We get a Pyke in our hand. Not great, but also not the worst, I guess. So the Benji Bastille makes the death from below a little bit awkward at times, right? We can go Forsaken by Kai here. We got a second Pyke. Opponent can play the Pyke toss, and that's okay because we end up with another Pyke in our hand. So even if the opponent played Pyke toss there, I would have been okay ending up with a second Pyke. We're gonna go Sharkling and then go Cersei Collar. I'm gonna keep the Chronomancer for later. So we go like this. If we assume that there is an Avenging Bastille, opponent cannot really do anything until after. Like, they have to be able to always... Ooh. I like the Snapjaw. I like the Snapjaw. I think it's going to present a lot of pressure into them that they wouldn't have had otherwise. That we wouldn't have otherwise. I'm going to attack with everything. If there's an Avenging Bastille, I want him to take the block here. If it's a Nidalee, I'm also okay with him taking the block there. And next we can go Chronomancer Snapjaw and have another Snapjaw for another turn. Okay, so it's just gonna be Prowl. Alright, so the opponent is trying to just trade for now and keep this alive, right? The problem is that if this is an Avenging Bastille, opponent is not allowed to play any other shadows for the rest of the game. And that's the problem with this, right? So it's a Nidalee. And now I'm guessing that's the Avenging Bastille. So let's go here. I like this Cersei Collar. Just continue getting those predicts. This is where the Snapjaw comes into play. So that's not the Bastille. Alright, whatever. You can kill this, that's fine. If you give me this, you're gonna get punished by the Snapjaw after, because you won't be able to block with the Nidalee. Yep, that's what I thought. So let's go here. Snapjaw. Obviously, you block it. Cool. We can go... The problem if we can go Cersei Collar, but the problem is that if we go Cersei Collar, we're tapping out of the death from below. So what if we actually just open attack? How bad is this open attack? How bad is this open attack? You know what? No, let's play Cersei Collar. There we go. Let's get the Rek'Sai. One can level up Nidalee. But if they level up Nidalee to save her, she's gonna strike. Like, there's a lot of damage that you're taking, right? I can always Snapjaw here, too. So I could always... Snapjaw here. I like this Snapjaw. I like this Snapjaw because he's forcing the opponent to have to block this right now. Again, we're gonna assume that this is gonna be Bastille, right? They didn't block that, they just took that damage. So how did you survive now? How did you survive? Aurora? Okay, so it was the Aurora? Alright. I was trying to think, okay, so if it's not the Bastille, the problem is that you're still going down to 2 HP. You still go down to 2 HP. You're still taking 5 damage here. So you still take this 5 damage. You need to have... Like, at this point, I probably don't play around the Avenging Bastille. At this point, I probably just rip the death from below. I guess I don't need to, though. I can always just play Pyke next turn and then play Rex at the turn after. And that's also okay. Yeah, like, we don't need to do anything. We can just play Pyke. I do have to watch out. Okay, if you give me that block, I will block with the Snapjaw. Sure. That's a weird attack. That's a weird attack. So that was a Towering Elephant, yeah. So we just pass, right? We just pass here. The Rek'Sai can potentially level up next turn unless the opponent has a stun. If we death from below, we're just giving them access to the javelin toss. If they don't play the javelin toss here, we don't take 4 damage. If we death from below now, we still have 2 units. I think I like this death from below right now. Even if we're losing our Pyke. I think I like it because we get rid of a blocker. And then we can go Rek'Sai into Pyke next turn. We can also just go Bone Skewer here, right? And get rid of another blocker and still do the same thing. So now we can play Pyke and then Rek'Sai. We have 2 attackers. And the opponent has no blockers right now. Now the opponent knows that I'm going to have a Pyke, right? Coming up in the top of my deck. Changelings, alright. The problem here is that they need to have the stun, right? They need to have the stun to stop this Rek'Sai. And then they need to block the Pyke, which will let the Pyke level up and clear their whole board. So they need to have the stun. Yeah, we just play both. We just play both of them out. No reason not to. They can Wallop can stop the Rek'Sai. There's nothing that he has that can stop both units, right? Not in these regions. I guess he could have double Wallop, right? Okay, yeah. So I think ended up working out that we ended up getting that second Pyke in our hand, right? It allowed, once the opponent tapped out a Rite Negation and we knew that they didn't have a Breaking Bastaya, he allowed my death from below to actually come down, so GG's. Hey, welcome back everyone. Hope you enjoyed those games so Lurks. Pretty straightforward, but we had some pretty fun games where you actually had to think. So my plan of turning my brain off and just bashing opponents' head in didn't really work out as I expected. We had some good opponents. We had to really think about some of the things we need to do. But at the end of the day, as you saw in most of our wins, you just kind of high roll. You kind of high roll, get your Rek'Sai or your Pyke, and that's really all you need to get to your win condition, right? Like, it's a lot harder to win the games where you don't get Pyke or where you don't get Rek'Sai. So obviously that's our main goal of the cards that we need to predict to is going to be our champions. The rest of the deck is pretty straightforward, right? If you're attacking on turn 1, you want to make sure you have at least a 1-drop that you can start with. If you're attacking on turn 2, you want to look for that Chronomancer, right? Like, depending on where you have the attack token, it's going to determine what you want to mulligan and what you want to keep in your hand. But most of the time, you want to be able to predict on turn 1 or predict on turn 2, depending on which one you're attacking. Obviously, the Search of Color is really good if you are attacking on odds, and you can just keep that in your hand if you already have another 1-drop that you can play on turn 1. Otherwise, I will kick it away just so that I can actually get my 1-drops. But the predicts is what you want to go for so that you can actually get your Rex and your Pyke. It's going to make your game a lot easier when you are able to predict into one of them. So that's your whole strategy with this deck. Once you have the Pyke or the Rex in your hand, it gives you more flexibility to be able to disrupt the opponent's game plan with Pyke or be able to just kill them with Rek'Sai. So again, that's what you want to make sure that you try to search for those. In the meantime, you can just play all those lurker units out, right? The snap is really good at getting you the slurk triggers on your defensive turns, right? And everything else is just big units that the opponent has to watch out for. Especially these open ones can be really difficult for most decks to play around. So just don't be afraid to drop them down as the game goes on and just be able to take advantage that way. There's not really a lot else that can be said about Lurk. It's a pretty straightforward deck that has been the same for the past like 2 years. So if you don't know how to play it yet, just again, look at all the things that I did in today's video and that can kind of give you an idea of just how you need to play this deck. But it is very straightforward, so don't need to spend a lot of time in that. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed today's games. If you did, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Sirturmund. We stream every now and then. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you all again tomorrow.